up close and personal hoodies. Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. If it is your first time tuning in, welcome. In today's video, we will be talking about some of the things that you need to consider before you take yourself to Cape Town. I thought I was going to this majestic place, which Cape Town really is. It's beautiful, but some of the things I was like, wow, I thought I knew. Wow. I lived in Cape Town for 3 years because I attended the University of the Western Cape, and the University of the Western Cape is in Bellville. So the first thing that you notice when you land, if you're going to fly there, when you land, is that you land over an informal settlement. So just before you land, you'll see shacks, right? Now imagine you being someone that just like has this concept of Cape Town being beaches and beautiful houses, beautiful scenery, and then you land and you notice so I was shocked at that point. I was like, is this really Cape Town? Are we lost? What's happening? The thing is, you never really consider that Cape Town is not like the entire province. Cape Town is a town in the Western Cape. So I think most of us usually just think that Cape Town is like that every single place, and that isn't. There's places like Kailicha, there's places like Bellville where I lived, there's places like Gills River, there's places like Bel, which are actually just random normal townships. Another point that you need to consider before you move to Cape Town is that Cape Town is expensive, and I'm going to tell you why I say Cape Town is expensive. I wasn't aware of the prices, the differences in prices from little things like food that Cape Town has until I went to PE to my best friend. So when we got there, we both shop at Spars. I shop at Spar because it's closest to my school, and she shops at Spar because it's closest to her school. And we went to buy chicken breasts, and when I tell you that we got like 4 chicken breasts for like 50 something rand, whereas in our Spar in Cape Town you get like 2 for that same price. And then from then on, I started noticing things that were different even when I was home, like things that are different in ShopRite here at home, because that's where we shop when I'm home, and things that are different when I am in Cape Town. And wow, the prices, it's not like hectic, but like you can definitely see the difference if you actually look for it. So things are expensive in Cape Town in terms of food and in terms of living there. So if you're planning to move there for work and stuff like that, consider that you might pay like 10k for a studio apartment. Disclaimer, I forgot to make the disclaimer in the beginning of the video. This is just my perspective and how I perceived things while I was there. So I'm really not trying to offend anyone in this video, and if you do feel offended, please know that it is not my intention. Let's talk about taxis in Cape Town. Okay, the first time I got in a taxi, I was so shocked because like I would miss a taxi. You don't come by, like, you know, in Pretoria we do this for town and this for local, and sometimes this, or whatever the case, or whatever you guys do in wherever you live. You don't, there's nothing like that. The taxi actually like they scout you. The taxi scouts you. In my school, the local taxi was from my school to Bellville station, so I never got I never combat, I never like nothing. Yeah, that's the first thing. The other thing is that there's people in the taxi, I think they call them gachis. There's people in the taxi that count the money, so you don't have to stress about counting money when you're in a Cape Town taxi, because the gachis got you, babe. They got you. They're going to count that money for you. Another thing about Cape Town taxis is that, my dear, they utilize all the space. They utilize all of this space. In a quantum, there's that space where like you can walk. Some quantums like it's a 4-seater, and then there's a space where you can walk. No, not in Cape Town taxis, my darling. They put a crate there, or like they call it a laptop. It's like a plank. They cover it with like a cushion and leather, and you can sit there. And in taxis that like have a space, they make sure that they utilize all the space. Don't think a Bellville taxi or a Cape Town taxi will not utilize the space. Like Lemorankakada, you know, that the place where the engine is. I think that's where the engine is. I hope I'm not wrong. There's 2 people in front that are sitting there. Then there's 2 people behind them, sitting there. Back to back, my darling. Cape Town taxis, maximization. In taxis that don't have that utilization or that space where you can sit, they make you stand. Darling, you are going to stand unless like hey, taxi and like spacey, like there's no chair for me to sit. I'd be like, nah, I'll wait for the next taxi. I'm out. I'm cool. The other thing about taxis, I have quite a lot to say about Cape Town taxis. Cape Town taxis are not convenient, like in terms of a local taxi doesn't pass in like inside the neighborhood. Well, the ones that I've been to, like I'm only talking out of the experience that I have with Belleville and Cape Town and stuff like that. Like they don't go inside, like you feel like in the outline of the street. It's really not convenient. If you're trying to go somewhere specific, you literally have to take an Uber. Like they are not convenient. Another thing about Cape Town taxis is that, my darling, you will take 2 hours to get to a place where a place that is 45 minutes away. Legit, if you're going from Belleville to Cape Town, it'll take you 2 hours because every 2 minutes it stops. It stops and they're looking for people, and it's literally the most annoying thing in this whole world, because I'm just like, if I take an Uber to this place, I'd be there in like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. But no, because taxis want to maximize the space, maximize the point, they literally like they will wait and want to look for more people to shove into that taxi. And trust me, if you want to get somewhere and you don't have the money for an Uber, like leave 2 hours in advance, because literally anything can happen. Let's talk about Ubers, right? Ubers in Cape Town. Okay, let's talk about Ubers in Cape Town. First of all, we're talking about Ubers, not Taxify. Taxify, if you're still using Taxify, I get do you love yourself? Do you love your life? Like truly, there's another thing called oh, I forgot the name of that app. It's another Uber type situation where you actually negotiate the price that you want to pay with the driver before the driver comes. That one I've never actually used, but there is something like that in Cape Town. I don't know if it's in Joburg or Pretoria yet or anywhere else yet, but there is something like that. Oh, another thing about Ubers is that we don't have Uber Go. When I went to PE, that was the first time that I ever heard about Uber Go. Like, my friend was like, oh no, we'll just take an Uber Go, it's cheap. I was like, what the hell is an Uber Go? An Uber Go is like an Uber, but like it's the one that comes before Uber X. So there's Uber Go, Uber X, Uber XL, Uber whatever. Ne? So Uber Go is like small, it's small, those smaller cars like the Picanto, you know, the smaller cars that fit like less people, and then it's cheaper. And Cape Town Ubers are so expensive. When I tell you that this distance between Belleville, where I lived, to Cape Town is like, I want to say 35 minutes. It's really not that far. It's like 35 minutes, ne? But an Uber is 250. And I thought it was it's okay until I went to PE. I actually realized a lot of things when I went to PE. Our bus ticket was I think it was 600 and something, if I'm not mistaken. Our bus ticket was 600 and something, which means that a single trip from Cape Town to PE is 300 and something, right? Now that's plus minus like 10-15 hours. I don't remember how long we traveled to PE. So now distance between Cape Town to PE, right? And then distance between Belleville to Cape Town, which is 35 minutes to 40 minutes, depending on like speed and traffic and whatever the case. That amount of an Uber is 250, and the amount of a single trip to PE from Cape Town is 300. So make it make sense how that distance is the same price. Like, why are we paying 250 for such a short distance where a bus to PE, a single trip to PE is 300 rand? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, it's ridiculous. The mall that was closest to me was Tiger Valley, and we would pay like 80 to 90 rand to 100 rand depending on the day. And Tiger Valley is literally like 15 minutes away. Like, Ubers are expensive in Cape Town, and I think the reason why Ubers are expensive in Cape Town because it's literally a need. Like, you literally need to take Ubers at some point because some places you literally can't get to, get taxi. So I think they're exploiting that specific fact that taxis aren't convenient. The other thing that I had an issue with is that being black, first of all, being black and not speaking Xhosa in Cape Town means you're either a snob, like what Tipona, like, oh, she doesn't want to speak Xhosa because, you know, she's a goody two shoes, or you're foreign, you're not from South Africa. And there's nothing wrong about being foreign. I just am not. I'm South African. So I didn't like the fact that people would automatically assume that I was foreign because I was speaking English. Like, there's other languages in South Africa, like what I speak Setswana, ke Motswana, I ke Xhosa, so you can't expect me to now speak Xhosa because I am in Cape Town. I'm not Xhosa, I'm Tswana. So that's the thing that really, like, it was very annoying. And obviously when you're in a place and you look like the people in the place, like in terms of, I could pass as a Xhosa Han. Could I pass as a Xhosa Han? I feel like I could pass as a Xhosa Han, like, honestly, I could. So obviously when people see me, I'm black, they assume you speak Xhosa. So when I respond in English, it's like a thing of, and then, oh, like, Kuteni, what's happening with this one? So that's a reaction that I got for the longest time until I was just like, okay. So to avoid all of that confusion of like, are you from South Africa? Where you from? Na na na, kuteni, ngakhuluma isiXhosa, na na na. They'd be like, Molusisi unjani, and I'd be like, Kitengwenu guy, so that they don't confuse me with anything that I'm not, like Motswana. While we're on that topic, let's speak about racism. Racism is quite, it's worse in Cape Town than it is in Pretoria. Well, there is racism that exists in Pretoria. Obviously, racism is everywhere because Abelungu by everywhere. But it's worse in Cape Town. I don't know why it's worse in Cape Town. I'm not too sure why. But I've definitely experienced racism in Cape Town. Like, you'd get into a store and then the people would follow you. This is my last point. Cape Town weather. What a mabena. Yo. It will be hot in the morning. Waperi body short sleevey, ngwanyana wa di stomach out. Darling, got 12, and you're wondering, how did the weather get here? How did we get here? Because it was hot in the morning, or it's like really windy, cold in the morning. You're wearing jackets, and then papar babes, it's hot. It is burning. If you're a person that suffers from things like sinuses, hay fever, and stuff like that, you're going to struggle for the first few months you're there. Because I am a person that struggles with those things. So the first few months that I was in Cape Town, I was in hell. I was in hell. I was always sick. Like, I was constantly with a runny nose. I was constantly blocked. Like, my sinuses were definitely like not having it. I was not okay at all. I usually had an umbrella and a jacket in my bag regardless of the weather, regardless of what happens. I made sure that I had an umbrella, I had a jacket in my bag, because Cape Town weather switches up. Like, you'll decide we're going to the beach, papar, when you get there it's windy, it's raining. How? So yeah, if you're moving to Cape Town or considering to live there, those are the things that I think you should consider. Okay babes, we've reached to the end of the video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you did subscribe, you know, you did like the video, that you did comment if you have something to say. Please don't forget to share this video. And yeah, sometimes, you know, we can't exactly watch videos, it's all click and go one because data baby. So what I do is that I download the videos and then I watch them later on. That gives you time to like actually digest and enjoy the content more. So yeah, definitely try that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. That was weird, but bye.